Green and white of South Plainfield, Christian Gonzalez. And in the white and red and black of Bishop Bar, Andrew Brazicki. Brazicki, who is a junior, 23-2, really coming on hard, doing a great job this year for the Trojans. Finished fourth here last year at 182, and runner-up at District 19. Gonzalez, who's a senior, he's 20-0 this year, and his career record is 56-29, meaning that he came into his senior year with a record of 36-29, and that's a testament to the South Plainfield program. Because he's been bounced around over his career, being put in different weight classes, maybe out of his weight classes, maybe wrestling up for the team. And now as he's a senior, it's totally paying off.
And you know what? It's a testament to South Plainfield that these guys never rebuild. They simply reload.
Yeah, and you don't always see it coming, because you just kind of, you know, sometimes they have some good JV wrestlers and JV kids, and even you got kids like Christian Gonzalez, who's, you know, a 500 wrestler over his career, and now all of a sudden he's comfortable, he's in his weight, he's matured, he's a senior, he's 20-0. I mean, he was a fourth place finisher here last year, a fifth place finisher here last year, and a runner-up at their district 12, and you know, and he's, I mean, I'm sure he has really honed his craft over the summer and whatnot, and you know, obviously his success is, you know.
You know what, when South Plainfield graduated Murderers Row, you really thought that they were going to start having some down years, you know. Finally, the big guns are out of the way. We can, you know, the rest of the county has a chance. And then you have guys like Christian Gonzalez just stepping up and
Absolutely.
and just taking over. Here he is in the finals. We're a minute into this match already. This match is being officiated by Kurt Karsich, and he's being assisted by Rich Gercio. They're both members of the NJWOA Central Chapter, which is also the sponsor of this broadcast. It is their generosity that allowed us to put together this broadcast so that you could view it at home on YouTube and later on mycentraljersey.com. So we definitely want to thank them for that.
Yeah, we can't pull things like this off without financial support in other areas, and you know, the NJWOA, the Central Chapter, Stu Cohn, they really did step up, and you know, this was actually about a week ago. This broadcast and eventual DVD production may not have happened without the work of Stu behind the scenes. So you're going to hear the buzzer go off in the background in about a second. There it is. That's the end of the first period. No score. And Gonzalez will have choice. He immediately sees the disc and points down. And here we go, second period.
We spoke earlier about the advantage of a scoreless match and also being in the defensive position. And Gonzalez escapes in 1 second, literally 1 second.
Gonzalez has pinned his way through the tournament so far. 11 seconds last night, and then 106 this morning in the quarters, and then pinning at 156 over Tyler Lewis of Saraville in the semis. Andrew has pinned his way to the semis last night over an East Brunswick boy, Carlos Danielle, and then this morning Joe Shank of Perthan boy, and then in the semis beating Frankly Rosario 3-2 in overtime. Frankly from New Brunswick, and it's nice having New Brunswick being represented on Saturday, and you know, we've had just about every team, 21 out of 22 teams are represented here today. So, and it's 1-0 Gonzalez. Brazicki was close, didn't get there.
Just missed a takedown by the edge of the mat there. Brazicki had a very difficult semi-final match. That match actually went into tiebreaker, which is also commonly referred to as, excuse me, not tiebreaker. It went into, tiebreaker.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's commonly referred to as double overtime, and it was very, very close. You know what? There was a spot where we thought that Brazicki might have almost giving away them. Oh, there's a point.
There it is, unnecessary roughness. They're going to question it. Unnecessary roughness. Little forceful slap there by Gonzalez. Ties the score 1-1. You know, these guys are both throwing after. They're both physical. They're both going after their heads. You know, I mean, South Plainfield coaches are claiming that Brazicki is grabbing the headgear.
You know what the thing is? I mean, maybe I wasn't looking at what Gonzalez, what Brazicki was doing to Gonzalez, but you know, Gonzalez kind of poked around with that headgear too. There's a little bit of a retaliation, so you know, that's good by the official not to, you know, when it looks like they're both doing it, not to jump on anything, and he called the first one. You know, now obviously everyone wants to get a headgear point after you see the first one. But there are no makeup calls in wrestling.
That's for sure.
You know, they're not umpires, they're referees.
And that's going to end the second period, 1-1. Brazicki's going to choose defense. At one point, that one penalty point is looming big. But here we go. Let's see what happens as we begin the third period here.
Whoa. We're called potentially dangerous now. Brazicki protests to no avail. This match is starting to get chippy. And it's going to start to get a little loud, too. Brazicki gets the escape. It's now 2-1. There's a minute 45 left. This match is getting a little bit chippy. South Plainfield has a pretty large crowd here, so you're going to hear this crowd get a little more into this, especially with the match being so close.
Gonzalez's head position is really interesting because he's really, like, if you see right there, he did it again. He really hangs his head.
Yeah, he ducks his head a little bit, almost inviting a front headlock. You kind of wonder if he's trying to set up a move that way or if it's just a flaw in his form.
See, there it goes again.
Under a minute remaining.
Karsic calling for some action here. I mean, they're you know, obviously each one of them's looking to get inside of the other guy. It's just not happening. It's 2-1 Brazicki.
"35 seconds remaining," and you know what? You kind of wonder if Gonzalez is taking off his game a little bit, because you don't really see him going for too many takedown attempts.
Again, a lot of collar ties. You know, the hand over to behind the head, on the collar. You know, back of the neck. A lot of that. Down to 20 seconds. Both wrestlers kind of peeking at the clock. Here's a stall warning. I saw that coming.
You know what?
I saw that coming.
That's definitely called because Brazicki's playing the edge of the mat.
Absolutely.
And you know what? Karsic has no problem calling another stalling call if it's warranted. He doesn't care if there's 1 second left. Now, he called out of bounds. Now, listen, when you go back and you rewind this, you saw he called out of bounds, and then you see Gonzalez jumping over, making it look like he got the takedown. He absolutely was not a takedown. Absolutely was not a takedown.
Not even close. They were out of bounds. You do have, you know, you always, because of South Plainfield, you always have a big South Plainfield crowd here, you know, and there it is.
And Brazicki wins 2-1. The South Plainfield crowd is not happy about that. And you know what? You hear some boos, but I really hope that's for the referee and not the kids.